game number 3,
I know
Jake.
it, and I've considered getting it.
I wouldn't. I know you're so picky, and that's what scares me. But I mean, this game, dude. Of course, I'm talking about 007 First Light, James Bond. The video. It was my most anticipated game of the year.
Whoa.
Because we skipped that section when we did our most anticipated. We didn't do a video game section.
Not a lot of
I had
games
notes
this year.
for it. Well, there kind of are, and this one was my number one. And dude, I could not be happier with it. I texted you. Every person I know that kind of plays video games that I've talked to in the past few days, I've been like, you gotta try this fucking James Bond game, dude. It's pretty awesome. Wow. Where do I even start, dude? I'm only about 8 chapters in, which is, maybe halfway.
Okay.
I think I've heard it's like 17 chapters, something like that. I put a considerable amount of hours on it. I think I've played it enough to at least confidently talk about how much fucking fun I'm having playing it. Like I texted you, this game in every facet makes you feel like you are James Bond. Bond. James Bond. Because they
Glad you got that
have
out.
somehow nailed every quality in not just story and script and story aside. They just make you do all the James Bond things beautifully. I am so enamored by this game. Because it's more than just like when GoldenEye came out, that was the first. I mean, it's so popular. It was so popular and it was so big because it was like the first multiplayer shooter game that we could ever play. And we were just like, this is insane. And that's why no James Bond game could really match that again. They keep making the same game, but we were all like, why isn't this as good? Why isn't this as good? This game has taken it to a new level where it is like, no, if we're making James Bond video games, they need to be like this video game. It is a third-person espionage. It's made by the Hitman team, and it's very obvious to the point where, yeah, I'm stealthing the fuck around.
Game. Yeah.
It's made by the Hitman people, and yeah. So I just want to talk about some of the gameplay features that I've really enjoyed utilizing, and then I'll start talking about some of the story. But some of the gameplay features. Let's start with one of my favorite things about this game. Miranda thought I was bitching about this at first because it almost sounds like I'd be bitching about it in any other video game. I was roughly 3 hours, maybe more, into the game by the time I was able to shoot my first gun in a James Bond game. And you know what, dude?
Whoa.
I didn't give a fuck. You do shoot like paintballs because it begins with him like joining MI6. But like it teaches you your future shooting mechanics early on in the game.
I kind of like that.
Yes. Oh, the beginning is so cool because like it starts with you just like stranded and you Moneypenny gets hold of you.
Dude.
Sorry, this is the very beginning, but it's like you're not even part of MI6. You just find some dead guy's fucking walkie-talkie, and you have to navigate through this first mission where you're just like stealthing around, hopping around. And then the game kind of, once you get out of that and they want you in MI6, you start learning the mechanics. You start doing all the sneaking and it's so cool how they implement this like really fun gameplay into cutscene graphics, like into like story. For instance, the opening like thing, like after you do the opening thing and you go to the school, you play. I don't know how else to describe it. You play through a montage, like you just play, you do things, and then it cuts to like another part somewhere else in your training, and it's blended so beautifully. It's so fun, and you just keep doing things that almost feel like
you're doing a training moment, but it doesn't feel like a tutorial.
It doesn't, because you also feel like even in the story of the story, you feel like you're doing something important, and then by the time you're done, you're like, oh, that's right. I'm still training to be James Bond. And
that's cool.
Like I said, there was so much shit to do for those first 3 or so hours that when I got the gun, and here's the thing too, dude, when you got the gun, it was such a more epic moment because they made you wait so long. Because like you get Q gadgets, so you'll get like stunning things and like hacking things, and that's how you kind of like go around or like knock people. You do a lot of karate to knock people out, and it's a lot of that for the opening couple hours, but it's so compelling and fun. It's juicy. You feel so good, and like if things don't go stealthily always correct, you can get yourself out of it. Like you can find a way. And so you do all this crazy shit in this one like beginning act of the game. And I mean, I felt like I was in the thing. If this was a movie, we'd be done with the first act. And
where you're at right now, or at that point?
At this point in the game.
Okay.
And they're like, all this crazy shit's going down. People have died. Like it got real serious real quick. You get in the car with this one bitch to chase this dude down. So it lets you then go on this fucking awesome car race out of nowhere.
Love that.
And you're chasing after a guy. It's fucking crazy. They're talking the whole time. So
don't give me too much spoilers because you're talking me into this game.
I'm trying not to.
You're really talking me into it.
So finally, after you catch up with this goddamn dude that killed all your boys, that's when he crashed it, or you crash your car, or something like that. And the girl that you're with, who's like from a different spy team, hands you a gun.
Yeah.
And like you get the gun. It's this big moment, and there's all these fucking dudes everywhere, but there's also all these tanks of explosives. So you're just popping and blowing shit up. Dude, when I finally got that gun, it was like the game was like, here you go. Because and this is where they also introduced the thing where at any point in the game from this point on, you can't use your gun at any time you want. You have to wait for the enemies to show intent to kill.
Like they'll start to kill.
And then that's what pops up on the screen, dude. It says life, and that's when you can start pulling your gun out and popping people. And oh, it's so cool, dude. It's so much fun. And like they still like you can't always be shooting people, but when it gets to the shooting people parts, dude, like you try to avoid it. You try to avoid it as much as you can.
It's not just a shooter game. Right?
Yes, because it's really not.
That's why I haven't bought it. Is because I'm like, I don't need a shooter game.
Like shooting is what you do, but like not predominantly.
Not
unless you really have to. Dude, when you get I have like 6 Bond gadgets at this point. The way they utilize the gadgets, that's another way that it makes you feel like you're James Bond. Like it almost feels like, oh, we can't do Uncharted 5. We've done enough Uncharted. How do we take Uncharted but modify it to the new generation of video games? I love Uncharted and I love James Bond, and I feel like James Bond has enough new and its own things in it. It's just the only thing I can even think to compare it to is Uncharted when Uncharted came out, is how I feel playing this James Bond game. It is so much fun. And that's not even getting into, and I'm not super far, but the story is juicy, dude. I'm so into it.
Cool.
And the way they tell it and the cutscenes and even the not cutscenes, the story that plays out. You can sometimes just eavesdrop in on random conversations that give you new ways to like operate through like whatever stealth mission you're doing. Oh, dude, I'm so into it. If we weren't recording, I'd be playing it right now. I'd be playing it right now. I always want to be playing it. I've been playing it a lot on my Portal because like that's like I can't always be in here to play it, but I want to play it.
Yeah.
And oh, dude, it's so good.
That's good.
It's beautiful. It's fun. And what you want to know? Another one of my favorite features is at any point, if you run out of ammo with a gun, you can choose to just chuck your gun at a bad guy, like hit him with it instead of like holding on to it. Because once you start killing people, there are guns. You can pick up guns whenever the fuck you want.
That's funny.
And you can throw them at people whenever the fuck you want.
That's funny. Very cool.
Yeah.
I'm considering it.
Dude.
I'm considering it. Can I tell you a fun fact? I've never seen a James Bond movie.
That's not a fun fact.
Raised by women.
God.
Never
You think they'd want to watch? Yeah, I mean, maybe not. After watching the old James, we watched From Russia with Love, me and Braden, a couple months back, and if you didn't watch that episode, we didn't like it. But there are a lot of really good ones. I can't believe you've never seen any of them. Dude, you know what? I think this game would be a fantastic introduction into Bond.
I'll consider it.
I really do.
How much does it cost? Like $40?
No, it's a goddamn brand new video game, dude. It's $70, like every video game.
Can't swing that.
Guess you're gonna have to wait.
Yeah, just have to wait. No, that sounds really
It'll go on
interesting.
sale.
I like that
Yeah.
it's not a just like you're saying, like not a pure shooter. That makes it sound pretty interesting to me. And the story's good.
And the story's so far so good.
I think I might
I'm
have to
interested.
play.
I'm not that far in, and there's already been like 3 twists that I'm just
Oh,
like,
I think I'm gonna have to play. I think I'm gonna have to play.
Really?
You're really talking me into it.
And then after you play it, you should go watch some James Bond movies, dude. Jesus.
I've considered it.
Sounds like you'd like them.
Why? I don't know.
Because you like movies that are compelling and have good stories in there.
Sounds like
but not every
game.
James Bond is that.
It sounds like a great game. I'm going to consider it. Can I tell you a great movie that you need to consider?